Alright, I got a lot to talk about today, so I'm just going to get right into it. First of all, for those of you who were wondering what happened with Behind Enemy Lines, why I cut it off, I was having issues with my phone ever since I got down to Ralph Wilson Stadium. They wouldn't let me fucking host any videos to YouTube or anything. Like, I actually have a video of me walking to the stadium, but the shit wasn't letting me upload it to YouTube, so I apologize about that, but, you know, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I couldn't do any more videos once I got down there. Like, my store just fucked up. I gotta get this shit corrected somehow. Congratulations to Buffalo Bills and their fans. I want to give a huge shout out to I'm gonna announce them by their Twitter handles. Rachie Pert, Same Aga, I think that's how you say it, and Amani Aliyah, and I think the other girl's name was Nadia. I appreciate you guys being nice enough to let me and my boy Jay join you at tailgate, and definitely have fun with you guys. Definitely can't wait to come back to Buffalo. I like the fans. All four of y'all were hot as hell, by the way, too. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. But yeah, huge shout out to you guys. Shout out to Bills fans. I think because the trip was so cheap and inexpensive, and it's not that far from me. Anytime the Jags play the Bills in Buffalo, I think I'm gonna make an effort to come down there. So definitely shout out to everybody in Buffalo. Anchor bar was tight as shit. Like other than the game, I had a fucking blast. Well, even at the game, I had a blast, but just the way it ended kind of pissed me off. But I'll get into that. Let's see. That being said, let's talk about the fucking game a little bit. Overall, like, I can't really get too pissed anymore. Like, our season's already fucked, even though we officially made it a 2-9 season, which is officially now our 6th consecutive losing season. Congratulations there. But I can't really get too pissed anymore, just because we fucking suck. And this overall effort from the players today really wasn't that bad today. Like, I think Blake Bortles had a very good game. Like, he threw a lot of incompletions, but quite a few were drops, and he didn't turn the ball over. It was I think it was a good effort on his part, and he led the fucking team in rushing that game. So I think a very good effort on his part. I'll talk more about him in a minute. Yannick Ngakoue continued his fucking tear. Nat still leading all rookies in sacks. If this guy doesn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year, it's really some biased shit with the NFL right now, because I can't think of a rookie on defense that is playing better than Yannick. Not even Jalen Ramsey or Miles Jack. So, big game for him. But thing that just pissed me off, the way this game ended was just really fucked up. Like, I try not to bitch too much about officiating, just because it sucks all the way around. They've fucked basically everybody except the New England Patriots, and honestly, it's just awful. And I try not to use this as an excuse, but this was what happened was just fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, first of all, Prince Arukamara made minimal to zero contact on, I think it was Watkins he was matched up with when he ran down the field, and then Tyshawn Gibson jumped the ball and intercepted it. And here we've only had three fucking interceptions all year, and here we had one taken away from us. Like, completely fucked. But like, how the fuck do you call that? Like, it honestly was the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And then on the other side, on that third down play when Allen Robinson blatantly got held before, like, all the way through the catch, he was held for, I think, a good 10 seconds and still wasn't called. And then the very next play, we We fucked it up on fourth down, gave the ball back. Then, of course, in typical Jags fashion, we couldn't stop in up their offense to get the ball back and give Blake one more shot to try and get a game-winning touchdown. And by the way, I called that in the fucking hangout. Like, I've seen a bunch of people saying, "Oh, we're gonna get destroyed by the Bills." No, the fuck we weren't. Look at the last four games. They have all been lost by 7 points or less. All of them, and they're good teams. The Chiefs, the Lions, the Texans, and then now the Bills. 3 of those 4 teams, I think, are definitely going to make the playoffs. The Bills being the only exception, just because the Patriots obviously are in their division, and I don't think they're going to beat out Denver and Kansas City for a wild card spot. So, and then the Lions, they're leading their division. The Houston Texans, they're leading our division, and very close games with all of them, and you make all those wins, and shit, we're 6-5, and it's a completely different fucking season. So, like with the officiating, see, we suck enough as it is, obviously. So, we really don't need help from referees to fucking lose games. I'm not even mad so much that we ended up losing because of it. Like, let's say those calls were made and then the Bills ended up winning the game. You know, I'd have been okay with that. But just to lose it like we did was just fucking horrible. Honestly, it made me sick. But anyway, that is what it is. And now getting back to Blake Bortles, like, there is nobody that can come up with a feasible argument to me right now that can put this game on him. The only really stupid thing he did was in the third quarter burned one of our timeouts, and that's not even just him all the time. Like it seems like every week we don't have all 3 timeouts when we get down to the end of the game, and most of that falls on what? Coaching, exactly. Fucking coaching staff is so fucking mad. Like, I've said this all year, and really, it's the last 4 weeks have fucking proven it. Our talent on this team, we got enough talent to stay competitive with any team in the league. Even the Broncos next week, it's probably going to be a competitive game, but if we're going to lose it the exact same way, we're gonna fuck up at the end. We're gonna fuck up at the end. Mainly on defense, we're going to fuck it up at the end, and that's how we're going to lose the game. Talent-wise, we have got the talent to compete with every single team in the National Football League. Everyone. But because our coaching staff is such fucking trash, they will always find a way to lose games. Like, that's really what this whole season has boiled down to. We do not have a lack of talent. Like, people talking about, oh, the Jaguars are such shitty. They're so far off. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. You're clearly not watching the fucking game if you think that's our issue. But it is what it is. And like I said, Blake Bortles, like, he didn't have a lot of yards passing, but he kept us in that game. And what he didn't do passing, he made up for in rushing. So honestly, I'm sure myself, Rando, and Jonas are all going to go back and forth in the hangout this week about how they think it's all Blake Bortles' fault, and then, you know, me and Tech are more so on the coaching. Like, if y'all really, like, I'm sorry, if y'all really think that this whole thing is on Blake Bortles, like, that's obviously fucking stupid. Like, and get used to it. He's not going anywhere after this season. We got him for 1 to 2 more years. And I think, honestly, ever since he's gotten that quarterback's coach, he's improved a little bit. But I think he needs a whole offseason and needs a new coach to really get himself together. And I'm still all for drafting another quarterback in the 3rd or 4th round next year to get to maybe put a fire under his ass. But to be all the way real, Blake Bortles isn't going anywhere, nor does he need to go anywhere. Like, if you and look at his numbers. Right now, he's at 59% completion. He's thrown for 2,700 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 13 picks. That numbers wise, that's honestly not bad. And for those of you who are going to throw the fucking, oh, it's in garbage time, dude, get the fuck out of here. We really have not had a garbage time game with the exception of San Diego, Tennessee, and even Oakland. We were at one point we were one score away from tying the game with 4 minutes left in the game, but then, of course, the infamous fucking punter run play fucked us up and got us out of that game. So, those of you that are going to throw, oh, it's garbage time, get the fuck out of here. It's not. We've been in basically every fucking game this year, so how the fuck is his numbers in garbage time? Y'all really need to start paying attention to the fucking game. And it's like, oh, his passes are so fucking wobbly, his mechanics are awful. Okay, if he's doing not that bad with poor mechanics and a shitty coach, imagine what potential he could have when he gets that shit corrected. Like, wait till next year if shit continues the way it is. Like, seriously, Blake is not a fucking bad quarterback. He really has potential to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So, y'all keep talking that shit. Like, it's really at this point fucking irritating. Like, oh, he's such a shitty quarterback. No, he's like, and people still refuse to believe that the defensive scheme is a problem, because honestly, we don't have bad players on defense. We really fucking don't. Like, there's really not too many holes. We got a good front seven. We got, well, front four. Then we got good linebackers with Puz, Miles Jack, and Telvin Smith, who are all fucking beasts, and if they stay together, should be a pretty dominant unit for a long time. And then our secondary's even better this year, I think. Like, Jalen's been good, even though he's not getting any picks. Aruka Mara's had been solid, even though he's not getting any picks. Deshaun Gibson has one pick and has kind of like been in and out a little bit. Like, you really don't hear about him too much. And then Jonathan Cyprien. I know a lot of people hate Jonathan Cyprien, but truthfully, he's a decent player, but has some shit wrong with him. Like, I don't think he's that good he's not that good in coverage, and he is a good tackler. But what irritates me to no end about Cyprien sometimes is he takes fucking horrible angles at tackles sometimes. Like even one play in the Bills game, he had somebody stopped in the backfield. I think it was LaShawn McCoy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he had LaShawn McCoy stopped in the backfield. He took a bad angle, and then McCoy got like a 10-plus yard gain out of it. So that's the kind of shit that irritates me about Cyprien. But truthfully, I don't think he's that bad. I think he would be more suited to like really play more in the box, because he's good at this. He's pretty good at those safety blitzes, as you saw. Like, I know this was his first sack, but he's had a couple of good pressures, and it's another good way for us to generate pass rush. And we're honestly getting pretty good pass, and like really, we're honestly getting very good pass rush this year. Like I mentioned in Ngakoue, dude, I think that dude's going to be one of the best defensive ends of all time if he continues down the path he's going. Like, I can see him getting 10 sacks this year, and like I said, if he doesn't win Rookie of the Year, there's really something wrong. Dante Fowler, he's been a little bit disappointing with just 2.5 sacks, but I think he's got potential to get there. And then Malik Jackson now. Is he overpaid? Obviously, yes. But do I think he's completely useless and we need to dump him? Hell no, I don't. Even the past couple weeks, like, Jonas has been singing praise on this guy for a little bit, and I see why. Like, he's stepping his game up a little bit. He's starting to really play hard. I think he's a good player. Like, really, I think we need another defensive tackle to go along with him too. But honestly, I think it was a good move for us, and he's really like these past couple weeks, especially, he's been playing really well. So that's basically where we're at. But something that Rando said in the hangout, like, he actually did make a very good point about something. Like, we disagree to no end about Bortles, and he thinks we're all stupid for not wanting to get rid of him, and I think it's stupid as fuck that he does want to get rid of him. But one thing that he did say when he wasn't bashing Blake Bortles for most of the hangout, he said that we need to get back to running the football and start really building our team to be great for it. And honestly, he's 100% right. Like, I've sung the praises of Leonard Fournette. I still think he needs to be the draft pick, but I think this year in the offseason we need to find the best available left guard and right tackle, sign both of them, and maybe in the later, not in the first round, maybe in the later rounds, draft some competition at the line spot, so we can really ensure our offensive line, because it obviously is a problem, especially the interior on that left guard side. Because look at the 2 sacks Bortles got yesterday. Where did they come from? Marcel Darius up the fucking middle at that left guard spot. So anytime most of the time when Bortles does take sacks, it's from the inside. And every once in a while, when someone does get a sack from the outside, 9 times out of 10 it's on Jeremy Parnell's side. And so honestly, our whole spot at left guard is shot. We need to replace that. And then Jeremy Parnell fucking sucks. We need to get a right tackle. And I'm not saying Cam Robinson, because I know people are talking about drafting him with our first round pick. Dude, we don't need to spend we don't need to spend the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th overall pick, whatever the fuck we're gonna get on an offensive lineman. That's honestly fucking dumb. We don't need to do that. But like I said, bolster this line. And honestly, dude, the only running back I really even want to see in the backfield anymore is Chris Ivory. I'm done with TJ Yeldon. I've been done with Denard Robinson. And people thought, oh, he played decent yesterday. He got 12 touches. He got 12 touches because Chris Ivory's hurt and allegedly TJ Yeldon was hurt, and we didn't have any fucking choice other than doing bootlegs with Bortles, which seemed to work better than anything. Even the runs that weren't designed worked better than fucking Denard Robinson did. He was 12 carries for 39 yards. Really not that impressive. But I think we need to get back, and as my boy Jay said, we need to get back to getting some nasty motherfuckers in that line. Like that left guard spot, we need somebody who's a fucking dog. Like somebody who is nasty as shit, will beat motherfuckers off the line, all that shit. Same thing with right tackle. Like those are where we need to instill that, because like our line, Kelvin Beacham's good. Brandon Linder's very good. AJ Can, he's alright. I don't think we need to give up on him. He has his shit, but I think he's a decent guard. But the 2 holes in our offensive line are fucking killing us. So it definitely needs to get corrected. And yeah, I'd say draft Leonard Fournette or Davin Cook, stick them back there with Ivory, and we'll have a good running attack. Also, another guy who I'd be okay with drafting, Jabril Peppers. The dude's a fucking monster. I still think we can plug him in at strong safety, put Jonathan Cyprien really in the box when we do those 2, when we have more than 2 safeties on the field, do safety blitzes, like shit like that. But Jabril Peppers is really a playmaker that we could really use on defense and on special teams, because Jesus fucking Christ, how many times is Rashad Green or Marquise Lee or Brian Walters gonna fumble a fucking kick or punt return? This shit, I know we didn't lose when we got it back, but it's honestly fucking irritating that we are so undisciplined on special teams that. And Rashad Green was a fucking monster last year at returning punts. I don't know what the fuck is going on with him. He just fell the fuck off the map ever since he got back there. Like, I think that's honestly where Jabril Peppers is going to help us out at. So I'd be okay with definitely would be all right with drafting him. And then you got what was I going to say? Well, I really think that's it. But one more thing. I see some of y'all might be noticing my new stylish shirt. Jagging off shirt. I got it made in Buffalo at a print shop. Really didn't want white, but that's allegedly that's the only way it was gonna look good. So that's what I got. And so the prototype of the shirt, I'm trying to catch custom ink so I can make more of them, start selling them. But they also gave me another one that they fucked up a little bit on. Like, it's really not that big of a deal, but I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little smidge of like ink or something right here. Probably not gonna be able to see it, but like, yeah, it's right under that paw right there. And they just gave this one to me. So what I want to do to give back to some of my fans who have made this shit happen for me on YouTube a lot, that I appreciate you guys. I want to do a giveaway on it. So what I'm thinking, I might come up with some trivia questions, and I'll make a video about it to ask the questions, and then you guys can answer them in the comment section. The first one to get all of them right, I'll ship the shirt to you. But I'll probably have you do it with. Make sure you put your Twitter handle back so I can get all your information on Twitter to send you the shirt. And make sure you follow me on Twitter, because then I'll announce when I'm gonna give it away. It's at Jagging Off. Like, it's on my page too to follow it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. And like I said, we play the Broncos next week. Probably gonna be the same shit, just a different week. We'll lose by like 7 or something, and that's probably pretty much how every fucking game's gonna go this season. So, anyways, for everybody who watched this whole fucking video, thank you for bearing with me. But I will catch you guys next time. Go Jags, and I'm out.